Hello, my Math 7 students. Happy Wednesday. We are halfway to Friday. We're almost there. This will be our second lesson on finding the surface area of a rectangular prism. Remember, as we are watching this Edpuzzle video, you guys are writing down the notes. So here is the template that is provided for you. So as you're writing everything down, you should have your title, first and last name, date, period. You're going to write down the formula, the steps, and we're going to go over these 6 examples. So this resource will be posted for you on the Google Classroom if you need to look at it or if you have any questions. All right, here's the worksheet we were going to go over as a whole. If you are able to print it out, great. If not, that's okay, but this resource will be available for you. If you need the formula, the steps, or any of these pictures, it will always be available for you on Google Classroom. One thing I quickly wanted to go over with all of you, a few of you asked what is a rectangular prism. You weren't really sure what that is. A rectangular prism is a 3D shape that looks like a rectangle, but it's 3D. So think about a cereal box is a rectangular prism, or a long tissue box is a rectangular prism. So as you can see, we're always going to have a height, a length, and a width. So when we're finding the surface area of that rectangular prism, imagine that you've taken that cereal box and you have opened it up until it's completely flat. So as you can see right here, they took that rectangular prism and they completely flattened it all the way. So I want to know, how much area does it take to cover this whole rectangular prism that is now completely flattened? So a great way that they explained it is, how much wrapping paper do I need to cover the whole box, right? When you're wrapping a present, how much wrapping paper is it going to take to wrap that whole gift? So that is your surface area. How much area does it take to cover the surface? So remember, here is our formula. It is surface area equals 2 times the length times width plus 2 times the width times the height plus 2 times the length times the height. So remember, we have our width, our height, and our length. So that is our formula that you will need to know. All right, so the most important thing you guys need to have are the steps. So make sure you write down the steps as you guys are watching this video. And all you have to do to solve for the surface area is follow these 5 steps. So first step is write down the formula. All right, so I like to write down the formula because it helps remind us what the formula is, which is surface area equals 2 times the length times the width plus 2 times the length times the height plus 2 times the width times the height. So we have completed step 1. I'm going to check that off. Now let's go ahead and complete step 2. So step 2 is identify the height, length, and width. So our height is the tallest part, right? Top to bottom. So our height is going to be 4 inches. Our width, right? We want to know how wide is the box going to be. So that is 5 inches. And the length, how long is the box going to be? And that is 6 inches. All right, so step 2 is done, which was identify the height, length, and width of the prism. So I'm going to check that off. Step 3, substitute the values into the formula. So all I'm going to do is take these 3 values that we just identified and plug them right into this formula. All right, so let's give it a shot. All right, so the first one is 2 times the length times the width. So my length is going to be 6 inches. So I'm going to put 6 inches right here. And my width is 5 inches, so I'm going to put 5 inches next. So there's the first part I did. The next one is length times height. So my length again is 6 inches, so I'm going to put 6 inches there. And my height is 4 inches. So the second part is done. The third part is 2 times the width, and we said the width is 5 inches. So I'm going to put 5 inches right here. And times the height, which is 4 inches. So step 3 is done. You just substitute everything directly into the formula. So that's all done, step 3. All right, so step 4, it says multiply each section first, then add all the parts. Okay, so we need to multiply each section first and then add all of it together. All right, so here we go. Let's give it a shot. We're going to multiply each section first. So what's 2 times 6 times 5? That gives us 60 inches squared, because remember we're dealing with area. And then what's 2 times 6 times 4? That gives us 48 inches squared. Again, we're dealing with area, and we're adding. Don't forget your plus signs. And then what's 2 times 5 times 4? That is going to give us 40 inches squared. You could plug all of that into your calculator if you need to. And then it said the last thing is to add all the parts together. All right, so here we go. We're just going to add all of those parts together. So what's 60 plus 48 plus 40? Plug that all into your calculator, and your final answer should be 148 inches squared. Don't forget to label. Remember, that's a big thing of mine, so don't forget to label. We're dealing with area, so that should be inches squared. So the surface area of this particular rectangular prism is 148 inches squared. Remember, that's telling us how much wrapping paper will we need to wrap around this gift. All right, I want you to go ahead and do number 2 on your own. It is very similar to number 3, so follow the same process and the same steps, and you should be able to get it no problem. All right, so here we go. Let's look at number 3, problem number 3. Remember, you really want to make sure we're following the steps. So step 1 is to write the formula, which is surface area equals 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. So we did step 1 is done. Step 2, we need to identify the height, the length, and the width of the rectangular prism. All right, so here we go. Top to bottom, our height is 7 centimeters, our width is 5 centimeters, and our length is 8 centimeters. All right, so step 2 is done. We identified the height, length, and width. Now we're moving on to step 3, which is substitute the values into this formula we are given. So we're taking these values and putting them directly into the formula. All right, so let's substitute those values directly into the formula. So it's 2 times the length, which is 8 centimeters, times the width, which is 5 centimeters, plus 2 times the length again, which we know is 8 centimeters, times the height, which we know is 7 centimeters, plus 2 times the width, which we know is 5 centimeters, times the height, which we know is 7 centimeters. So step 3 is done. Now we're moving on to step 4, which we need to multiply first, okay? And then we'll add all the parts together, because we can't add anything right now because there's too much multiplication going on. Alrighty, so what's 2 times 8 centimeters times 5 centimeters? That gives you 80 centimeters squared. Remember, we're dealing with area, so we need squared. What's 2 times 8 centimeters times 7 centimeters? That's going to give you 112 centimeters squared. And the last one is what's 2 times 5 centimeters times 7 centimeters? That will give you 7 centimeters squared. So we multiplied everything. Now we need to add everything. So what's 80 centimeters squared plus 112 centimeters squared plus 70 centimeters squared? That will give you a total of 262 centimeters squared. So if you plug that into your calculator, that's the answer you should have got. So the surface area of this rectangular prism is 262 centimeters squared. Remember, that's how much wrapping paper we can wrap around this box. Also, don't forget to label or you will lose points. Alrighty, I want you to do number 4 on your own. It's very similar to number 3, so just give it a try. Follow those steps. Alright, here we go. Here's number 5. I'm going to kind of go through this one quickly because I don't want to make the video too long. So let's go through our steps to find the surface area of this rectangular prism. So step number 1, write the formula, which I already did, which is surface area equals 2 times the length times the width plus 2 times the length times the height plus 2 times the width times the height. And then next we need to identify the height, length, and width of the rectangular prism. So our height is going to be 6 inches, our width is 4 inches, and our length is 8 inches. Alright, so now we're moving on to step 3, which is to substitute the values directly into the formula, which I've already did, which is 2 times 6 inches times 4 inches plus 2 times 6 inches times 8 inches plus 2 times 4 inches times 8 inches. Now we're going to go on to step 4. We need to multiply first. So what's 2 times 6 times 4? That's going to give us 64 inches squared. Plus, what's 2 times 6 times 8 inches? That gives us 96 inches squared. And the next part is what's 2 times 4 times 8, which will give us 48 inches squared. And then we need to add all of the parts together. If you plug that into your calculator, the surface area should give you a total of 208 inches squared. So our final answer is that the surface area of this rectangular prism would be 208 inches squared. Alright, so I also want you to do number 6 on your own. So remember, on your own you need to complete 2, 4, and 6 using this Edpuzzle video as a resource and following the step-by-step instructions. Also remember, this is homework, so on your piece of paper I should see all 6 problems, the steps, and the formulas. I hope this helped clarify a few things. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Ms. Turner.